Hello, crypto. How's everybody doing out there? I hope you're doing well. Well. What a week in Titan X. What a week over on Pulse Chain. The fun never ends. Endless FUD, endless drama, endless shenanigans, but we're still here. We're still fighting. We're still building. We're still winning. So, yeah. Welcome back to the Weekly Blaze. Awesome show tonight. We have Smooth and Crypto on. Going to discuss the launch of Flare this Friday, the latest build on Titan X protocol that does follow the ethos. Is launching this Friday. So we've got Smooth and the Dude on the show here tonight. We're going to dig deep into what's going on with Flare before the launch on Friday. So, Maxwell, Smooth, how's it going, man?
Doing great, man. Yeah, it's been an eventful few weeks, past couple weeks, but nonetheless, very happy that Flare is finally coming out soon, and Friday is the day.
That's it. It's it feels like it's been a long time coming. Obviously, holding off a little bit with the state of the market before launch. We've seen a few projects launch back in December, January that didn't really get the adoption you would be hoping for. But the market feels Titan X feels kind of bottomy to me, and maybe it could be a perfect time to launch. Maybe not. Who knows? But how you feeling about the launch so far on Friday?
I feel great. Yeah, I mean, Flare specifically has 11 weeks of minting, so it's going to be a lot of time from the time we start to when minting's over. So I always envisioned, different waves in the market, ups and downs through that 11 weeks. So I'm cool with it now. And, if we are at a bottom, this is a great time to launch then.
Awesome. And it's great that you're gonna finally join the ranks of the Build On Titan X builders, the founders. You'll have your own project launch. So yes, looking forward to what happens on Friday. Speaking of builders, probably in fairness to probably the most prolific builder in Titan X, this dude never fucking stops building. Dude, how you doing, man? Welcome to the stream.
Hey. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm psyched about Flare. I hope this is the bottom. I hope we are near that for Titan X. If it's not, we'll get there eventually. It's I've been saying it's not if but when. So
I've been saying for months, it feels like the bottom's in. In fact, that Builder Lee's probably going to be in the chat tonight. He called the bottom at is it 5 6 6 zeros and a 4, something like that, about 2 months ago, and it really felt at that time like the bottom was in. But yeah, something just feels a little bit different at the minute. It's like yeah, it just feels a little bit different. There's not too much. I can't see where there's too much more pain to come. Although we did see a hell of a lot of pain over on Pulse Chain today.
par for the course in crypto. That's all it is.
It's the
Yes,
unexpected to be expected at all times.
yeah, no matter how long we're here, it still catches you off guard. Sometimes you're like, what
100%.
the fuck? So, dude, I've seen you've been pretty active lately. Lots and lots of debate on the build on Titan X ethos. Any thoughts on what's going on in this discussion? We're not going to dig deep into it. What any thoughts on the discussion that's being had at the minute around the build on Titan X ethos? You know, we lost him. He's away to Uranus.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, sorry, my connection. It's tough to get internet from Uranus. It really is.
You gotta get probe a little deeper.
Yeah. Your question on the ethos, I mean, that could be, a whole conversation on its own. But I think there's a lot to be said in that. And I did a stream with cryptographics that really started it. And I think that was like an hour and 45 minutes long and didn't hardly touch the depths of what the discussion could look like. So it's a very complex topic. But I think that we should be having lots of conversation in public about this, and nail down what the ethos should look like moving forward, so that there's some direction that we can all have as a community. Because right now it feels like everyone's going different ways, and we're all confused on what to do. And I don't know. Like, I have a pretty clear goal for myself, but I'm not saying people have to follow exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose
That
as well, it's probably ties in with the state of the market as well. Um, whenever we're sitting building, we're obviously taking Fern over to base. I've got X Wars built, just waiting to decide what way I'm going to launch it, what way I'm going to finalize that. So everybody here, we know all the builders are still here, building hard. They're still working in the background. Um, I'm still with everything that I'm doing, still kind of following the ethos, but I do kind of feel at the end of the day in DeFi, anything kind of goes in DeFi. People want to do something, it gets adoption. That's it. You know what? There's nothing you can do about it. You can kick. You can. Like we could all, even as a load of builders, keep collaborating as we have come up with. All working towards the same kind of goal with the same kind of strategies. And one person sees an opportunity to do something completely different, and that's the thing that gets more adoption. Right? Fuck all we can do about it. But I think whenever the market starts to change, we get more protocols still coming out. Some green candles. Everybody will be on. Working in harmony and harmoniously again, because look, here's a take that I have. People at the minute are looking, we need to change this, we're doing this wrong, we're doing that wrong. Whenever we were in the run-up, whenever everything was going well, we were all looked well, let's say we all looked really smart, but when everything was going well, and we were doing everything right. We were launching protocols that were successful. Prices were going up. We were all streaming together. We were working together, and we still are, but it just feels different. And I think as soon as we start to get some green candles again, all that kind of stuff will definitely come back, because most of the builders that all the builders that I've really experienced and worked with, all have the tight necks, the current ethos at heart, and they're all trying to do things right. So good times to come, in my opinion. Hopefully, the bottom is in.
Yeah,
Any
and
thoughts on that,
I love DeFi. I love that anybody can do anything they want on the blockchain, and that includes whatever they want with the Titan-X token. Like, in favor of decentralization and DeFi. Like, I wouldn't want to block people from doing what they want to do. It's just a matter of like educating the community on like how they could help or hurt Titan-X ecosystem. But in general, using the token is using the token.
Yeah, absolutely. Any thoughts on that, Smooth?
No, I mean, I completely agree. I mean, better, I think more decentralized, the better, in my opinion. But, you know, I think education is very important. And overall, I think we will have learning curves as we grow as a community, as more people see us, as we have more projects, go to more chains. So I think, like you guys are saying right now, and starting the harmony, right? Starting the group effort. And I think we have done it for a while, but just looking forward to uh, being more consistent on my end at the very least.
Consistent as in more streaming, do you mean by that?
Yeah, more streaming, just being on Twitter more, right? Just interacting with the community, maybe getting on Telegram and having my chat being open for voice chats, right? Like there's a lot of little things that you could do to just show like, hey, I'm here and I'm trying to push the ethos and the ecosystem as much as I can do.
Yeah, I will say this, like, I don't mind. Jake can do whatever he wants, disappear for a long period of time, but it's like, fuck's sake, come on, come on, man, throw us a fucking bone here, get it, just do one stream and say something as opposed to fucking nothing. Oh, yeah. So, Flair is launching this. Dude, what's he saying? You got something to say there, dude?
I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I want to comment, but I'm not going to comment on Jake. Like, I want to be like, we don't need him. We don't need him. But clearly we need him. So it's whatevs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do agree. There, it's like, if he never come back, we got to fucking do what we're going to do anyway. It was the same thing for
Yeah.
RH on Pulse Chains. Like, builders just got to fucking step up. If you're part of the community and you want to build in the ecosystem, you just got to fucking do it and get on with it, no matter what happens. But the fact is, he's sitting somewhere. He can easily start throwing in, especially now the bottom is in, so you can start throwing out some hints. But yeah, it's all good. Let's see.
Yeah.
What's right? That's a question I'd love to hear answered by the panel. Which question was that? How are we trying to onboard community from outside Titan X, increase expansion of the ecosystem? Okay, well, my opinion on that is that it's very, very difficult at the minute. Who wants to listen and talk about an ecosystem that's down, that's not performing? It's going to be much, much easier to stream with other people from outside the ecosystem whenever we have a little bit of momentum behind us. That's partly why I've been a lot less active lately. And kind of just, it's just like Jake's disappeared. I'm being a lot, I'm not, I say it feels a lot of time, it feels like you're wasting so much time, putting in so much effort. For very, very little return. We get a lot of the same, yeah, we do get a lot of the same people tuning in to watch the streams that we're doing. But I think as soon as we get, what are we doing to onboard people outside? For me at the minute, not very much. But once we start to get a little bit of momentum, then that will all change very, very quickly. We've got protocols launching over on base, and then we can start streaming and discussing this. Me personally, I'll start streaming and discussing all that kind of stuff a lot more whenever that's happening. But for me, I'm not really doing that much to do it at this minute in time. What about you guys?
I mean, I'm building on base. That's the first thing. Attracting new users on base that are not on Ethereum, expanding our foundation. I'm bringing over 4 OG tokens over to base. Plus, like, you guys at Inferno, y'all are doing the same. Flare's OFT ready to go to base immediately. Like, we're having that mindset of, as we expand other blockchains, that's a shoe-in to a whole new community. And it's not overnight adoption, but as we continue building, we're attracting new users just by being on new blockchains. And then specifically building utility and protocols that are going to attract users for the utility of that project, not because it's a speculation on Titan X and some additional flywheel or that's predicated on something else. Like, if you just have a standalone protocol that people are going to like, they're going to go use it. And then if you've got support to Titan X on the back end of that, then that's how you introduce new people. Because then they get in your protocol, they like it, and then they're like, oh, what is this X28 pair? What is this buy and burn? And then they fall down the rabbit hole of that, and then they find Titan X Hub, and game over.
Yeah, I'm really hoping, because I'm really looking forward to whenever we do get Inferno launched. It's the kind of, like, for me before, it was the kind of meme that you can really get a lot of hype behind. So hopefully whenever that time comes, which isn't too far away, whenever that time comes, we can generate a little bit of hype there like we did before, and that should hopefully get some more new eyeballs as well. All right, Fleur, Smooth, do you want to share your screen and maybe bring up? Do you want to have a look at the white paper or the DApp? Obviously, we've got Fleur is launching this Friday. It's kind of crazy to believe just how close it is. Let's see, Titan X Hub.
Yeah, I can pull it up.
Yeah, go ahead. Oh, so do you want to give us a quick rundown of what is Fleur for a start?
Yeah, Flare's an OFT, omni-fungible token that will start on ETH. There's 11-week mint cycle, but daily auctions throughout all of it. So every Friday you can come in, mint tokens using Ethereum or Titan X, and go into the auctions with Ethereum or Titan X. And basically, it's a daily auction, but all the total supply is going to start on ETH, and then we're going to roll into base and any other blockchain that X28's on, and start LP pairs within the ETH side of Titan X and the base side. And I really think this is going to be awesome starting on ETH to go to other things. So 11 weeks is a long mint period. And I think having that long mint period, there's going to be waves within the market. And I think we're set a good time now to start it. And it should be fireworks the rest of that's 11 weeks, in my opinion, and within the market.
Yeah,
So.
I mean that's taking us right up. Okay, it's we're hopefully, as I say, hopefully around the bottom now. But like 11 weeks, almost 3 months, takes us right up into the summer. There could be we've seen what's happened even January, February, March so far. That's not even 3 full months yet, and we've seen how much has happened since January in the market. So 11 weeks is a long time for a lot of things to happen in crypto.
Exactly. So, and another thing is 76% of everything that comes in for the minting and daily auction is going to auto mint X28. So this is going to add more to the X28 buy and burn and mint X28 and have a starting point with X28 being the first LP with Flare to start off. So
Okay, what are the inputs? So on Friday here, when you launch, what can people use to participate?
preferably Ethereum, but you can use your Titan X. So that's with the minting or the auction.
Sorry, dude, I was just removing that comment. I seen I had your face covered up for the last 5 minutes.
That's all good. We're talking about Flare. I'll tell you one thing though. I can't wait to flare Uranus. That'll be coming very soon.
It's not getting
Too good
old.
not to come, you know.
Okay, so yeah, what do we got here? Flare, mint, and an auction process. You want to run us through what the story is here then for Friday when you want to come along and participate?
Yeah, so 2 p.m. UTC, the weekly mint will start on Friday, and then 24 hours later it'll close. So Saturday, starting at 2 p.m. UTC, that is the first auction that will happen. So every Friday, same time, 2 p.m. UTC to go in for 24 hours, and then auctions in between that. So gonna be pretty similar to Inferno, Alien X, Awesome X. Like that, I really like that Friday mint schedule, and pushing it towards the end of the week is really good in my opinion. So day one mint, day two auction.
And
And
this is
then
the mint allocations. Okay, so what are we looking at here for the mint allocation, especially in the first week?
yeah, so first week is 1-to-1 Titan X to Flare, and it drops 0.01 every week. So just trying to create a good ROI on minting every week. And in my honest opinion, 0.01 is the most easiest way to drop it, but also have a chance to have a good ROI. So, and the mint and auction allocation. So 48% of the Titan X will mint X28 and be allocated to the daily auction pool. This will buy Flare for the next day over 180 calls. So 48% buy pressure programmed every single day on buying it and storing it in the daily auction. So this should be a lot of buy pressure, in my opinion, and it's called over 180 calls throughout the whole day. So it's going to be, I think, pretty heavy. And, the more that buys, the more we burn at the end of the day. So, really looking forward to see kind of how that 48% plays out and what that does to Flare. So, okay, and then 28% is used for the buy and burn. And the buy and burn, and we'll get into that, but it's the same percentages as Inferno. I really like how Inferno ramped up into that week to make that ROI pretty solid, and the buy and burn will help with that as well. 8% of the Titan X is used to create the Inferno Flare pair for the first 4 weeks. After that, it will forever and always be sent to the buy and burn of Inferno. So, hoping to get a very thick Inferno Flare pair in that first 4 weeks. And everything from these, V2 pools will be, re-compounded back into it. So, it should really be healthy and really thick over time. And then 8% is used for liquidity webbing. So kind of just start our pairs off. This is going to be used for Ethereum side, base side, wherever we go. This is hopefully going to take care of all of that. But at the end of the day, we're trying to get really thick with some deflationary tokens on ETH and get some LPs across the board and grow as much as possible.
All right, so you will have kind of full control over that, over the wallet that's stored, and you can kind of act. It gives you the flexibility to go anywhere and do anything with it, create any kind of LPs that you want on any chains. Yeah.
Yeah, for in the future for sure. At the start, I'm really concentrating on ETH only. And overall, we'll see. I think we'll be able to set up some pairs in the future on different chains.
Yeah, hopefully you can get it run like Inferno with whenever we launched Inferno, we just got a constant 8 weeks of up. The price of Titan X was going up at that time, and that really helped. So hopefully, really over those 11 weeks, we can get some really good price action if the market starts to turn here a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely love that. I think everybody at Titan X would love that a lot.
Okay, so
Yes.
the liquidity. See the next thing there, liquidity pool creation.
Yeah, so basically, we're starting off with just a $5,000 worth of Titan X for the LP. They had it as a bigger LP, but I think this is the healthiest way to start and slowly grow that liquidity over time. I don't think really dumping a big, massive amount in the beginning or first few days is going to do much to stop what will happen in the market. So I think just having this and slowly grow it over time.
That worked really well for Ascendant. That they're using only 5K to start off the initial liquidity pool, and they can add to that slowly. So that I think that helped them a lot to kind of keep a nice floor on the price. So the first 5,000 LP. Okay, sweet.
Yep. So that will be in X28. So that will mint X28 and be X28 Flare, and that is a V2. So everything's compounded back into the LP to just thicken it up as much as possible. So the daily auction will have the total of whatever's in the daily auction pool be 11% used every single day during the first 11 weeks, and then 5% daily after the first 11 weeks. So really ramping up, make some big auctions during the 11 weeks, drop it a little bit, make it a little bit more sustainable. And the daily auction pool will start with 1 trillion flare. So this to promote longevity and health of the daily auctions. And overall, I think it's a good amount in there to start and really grow, because we wanted to start it off with nothing and grow that way, but the math didn't work very well, to be honest. So started there, slowly drip it out, and let the tokenomics take care of it.
Okay, so day one will be a mint. You can mint as much flare as you want with your Titan X, and day two will be the first auction. The first auction will start with 1 trillion flare in it. That's correct, yeah.
Well, the auction balance will, so 11% of that. So the first auction will be 110 billion.
Okay.
Yep. So decent amount. That's a big amount of tokens. So I'm pretty excited to see how that plays out, with having 48% of everything buying the next day from that X28 flare pair. So it's going to be a lot, to be honest.
Yeah, because it's like it's going to be interesting to see what way it does go. Especially the first couple of weeks. Obviously, this is different to anything that we've seen. Well, nobody has done it this way yet, have they? Where they've had their mint and then an auction to follow the following day.
No. So it's going to be really interesting.
What do you think about that, dude? I see you smiling there.
It's I was just looking at Vault today and seeing that they've brought in like 31 trillion Titan X, and I was like kind of blown back, realizing that some of these auction protocols have a lot of power to them. They can, Volt showed me that, and Flare has got a lot of those aspects with the minting twist put on it, and I am excited to fuck around and find out. Yeah.
I couldn't agree more, dude, to be honest.
Yeah.
Awesome. So the buy and burn, same thing as Inferno, Sunday through Wednesday, 4% used every day. Thursday, 10%. Friday and Saturday, 15%. So really gearing up, trying to make that ROI really solid. But other than that, it's really just about the same thing.
Okay, more innovation here in terms of some of these protocols we've seen. I don't think we've seen any come in with the ban sale tax as well. So more interesting stuff here. What's going on with the sales tax?
Yeah, so first 11 weeks, it'll be 8% buy and sell tax, 3.5% to the daily auction pool, 3.5% burned, 1% Genesis. After, it'll drop to 2.8%. So this is really going to just create longevity within the ecosystem. Any buys and sells on the open market will have some form of burning, some form of adding to the daily auction pool, and overall just really support a longevity. And, I like the 8%, but I definitely wanted to drop a little bit after the mint. It doesn't need to be 8% forever. 2.8% is a reasonable amount. And overall, I think, I couldn't decide whether to burn more or put more in the daily auction. So I said, screw it. I'll just split it in half. Keep it even.
I mean, they both definitely support the protocol. So
yeah, I really like the way you add this bit in, dude. You've put on taxes in some of your launches before. What's your take on this?
I love it. I love it. And I love the high tax up front because that's where you see the most hype and the most short-term players that are trying to just make $1 and run. So having that extra tax, they can still make their $1 and run, but now they're paying multiple dollars back into the system to help, like you were saying, longevity. And then after all that hype, then you drop it down to 2.8%, and like just business as usual. Like that will sustain it for the long run. And at that point, you have the LP web built in, and you're getting all the arbitrage bots coming in, and they're paying that tax, feeding the auction, which is bringing more Titan X, burning the Titan X to make X28, supporting the whole system, with like the Inferno style buy and burn, which we saw worked with the weekly mints. He's got a lot of aspects that we've seen in the past that have proven to do well. So, and then you put them all together. Let's fuck around and find out.
Yeah, I really appreciate that. It's a great, kind of overview of what I try to do. And, I didn't really try to reinvent the wheel, but I definitely put a new spin on how everything's put together. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, these taxes, I mean, as a user, I don't really ever care too much about paying taxes in and out of coins. I would, you're not gonna be selling something, yourself. I hope you're not selling something. I hope you're holding it long enough that you're getting a hell of a lot more than 8% gain. But even whenever you do go down to the sort of after the launch period, a 2.8% tax is, it never bothers me. I don't mind going in and out of these coins, paying taxes at all. And especially with something like this where you are paying back into the system.
And correct me if I'm wrong, there's no tax if you're minting or auctioning. You
Zero.
can acquire this token tax free, going through the protocol. So
100%.
Yeah.
So 0% tax on any claims from minting or daily auctions. That's a great point to add.
Yeah. So you're only taxing like I said, those short-term players that are trying to go in and out and make $1. And taking that tax and giving it to the long-term mindseted people, like you're going to drip that to those people that stick around and earn. So
exactly.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. I mean, if anybody has any comments, throw them in the chat. But I think this is a great segue to look at the UI. If you guys are down.
Have you shared this yet on stream?
I mini shared it with Utah, yeah, for a couple minutes, but yeah. So
Okay, let's get it. Ooh.
That's beautiful.
So this is, I try to make it look like a wallpaper screen if I could, just like, something that could just be on your computer without even knowing it's crypto or not. I think that was what I try to aim for.
Yeah, I'd leave that sitting up all day on the laptop.
So we have the mint section, come in with Titan X or ETH, claim with Flare. And when you're logged in, you'll have a claim box right under here. But this is just mint stats, really. And then right here will just show your claimable and where you can get it. So the auction side, same type of look. You can go in here with that, have the balance total, and you'll see today's available flare. That is the total amount that's available in the auctions. Come in here, claim it, same exact thing. So then we go to the burn side. So same thing, the side scrollers. I really like the side scroller look. It's just awesome having all the information right here without scrolling. I think that's really sweet.
Yeah, it's a really nice touch to the UI. When you go to each page, you can just flick through the stats rather than having to scroll. Because it's like it just seems even more easy to access it.
Exactly. Yeah. And if you look at the auction, usually you'd have to scroll down a lot to get through all of the information, but this is just, easy to do, to be honest, to see. Okay. And then so the burn, same thing. This is all the public functions, auction buy and the buy and burn section. And then the stat page, everything will move once, things are a little bit more evened out, actual stats, and not have zero. So yeah, it's going to look really nice. I think it's a really compelling UI, and overall kind of goes with a more kind of fun, I don't even know, 90s style look. I don't know how you would express, like video game almost.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah, I
a
love it.
pink, it's like a pink Uranus. A pink Uranus.
Yeah, it's pink Uranus.
So go back to the mint page there. So that this is where we're starting on Friday. 24 hours of minting. On no cap on the amount that can be minted. Is that correct?
No cap. No cap.
No cap. So interesting to see. Yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see. Do you have obviously it's plucking figures out of the air, but have you are you hoping for anything in particular, or you just kind of see what it does?
I mean, obviously, see what it does. I think a amazing goal over 11 weeks is 1 trillion Titan XN. I think we could smash that, but I think that's a really great goal to have, and anything above that's even better, in my opinion.
Yeah, because just thinking back, Goat X brought in 288 billion the first few days. And that performed pretty damn well in the market conditions at that time. So, I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing what people's appetite are at the minute. We haven't really had a launch like this for a while. So it'll be interesting to see what people's appetites like. What was the figure again for the amount that will be available in the first day's auction? What was it, 110 billion?
110 billion. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, like in my opinion, to bring in something around that 100 billion on the first day of minting should not be difficult. Should not be difficult at all. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what happens.
Yeah, me too. So, I mean, this is the total balance so first day you'll see 1 trillion in here. Second day it'll drop down to 890, and total available is right here. So, everything is page specific. So the total Titan X deposited all time for the auction page is what came in the auctions, and then the mint side is what came in through mints. So it's nice to have a different, you know, amount on each side specific to if it was through auction or mint as well. So you get stats here also with being very simple liquid burned on the actual stat page. So liquid will have the total auction balance as well as whatever is minted.
I love it.
Let's go. Can't wait for people to click around and mess around on here. You can kind of really fire it up.
Like, so when are you going to actually release the front end? Just like at launch? Okay.
Yep.
So 2 p.m. UTC this Friday is when the mint opens.
Yep. So 2 p.m. UTC, kind of that middle ground for a lot of different countries to be able to get part of that. I mean, obviously it's 24 hours, but during the day and whatnot on launch.
Yeah. Well, how have you felt in the build up for this? I mean, the actual building. Yeah. How have you felt throughout the whole process?
Pretty good. I think some of the I guess narratives switched a little bit while building this, so we kind of had to pivot a tiny bit, which definitely pushed everything back a little bit.
Yeah, because X28 wasn't even a thing when we started building, was it?
No, so it was like we were, I don't even know, like less than a month away from like deploying basically, and X28 came out, and I was like, well, we have to do something with this. So I switched it, and I think it's more powerful this way. And I also added OFT later on as well. So narrative switched, and I just wanted Flare to be ready for whatever were happening, So I think it accomplishes that.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean because we had to do that with Stacks, and there's no regrets, including X28 with Stacks. It's performing beautifully and supporting the ecosystem a ton. I still need to reach back out to Mike Dean and getting that stat update on his website. It's showing 0, but I know we've burned like a lot of Titanx.
Yeah, that's
and
one thing.
I know your Flare will do the same. Flare is going to burn a ton of Titanx.
Yeah, and I was going to ask you that if how is that being portrayed on Titan X Hub, because I was like, I know it does that. I know it auto mints X28. Like, there's no possible way it's 0. So I was like, I don't want Flare to be part of the same thing. If I'm burning a trillion Titan X or whatever the hell it is, like I'd like people to see that I burnt a trillion.
We have the stat on our website, so we do track it that way. And now you got me wondering what that actually is now.
I'm just looking. I haven't noticed that before actually. So it says so it does say on Titan X. So it does say Stacks hasn't burnt any Titan X.
Yeah.
Is Mike looking at that for you?
Yeah, I mean it's a low priority thing, and I understand why. He's got a lot on his plate, so it'll get updated eventually.
Yeah, because I see he was doing a poll about what to add.
Like we track it on our website.
Yeah, he was talking about adding was it ORX stakes or hybrid NFTs. I want to get the hybrid NFTs added on there so I can see those in my portfolio. That'll be a lovely addition if I can see my Ascendant NFTs on there.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got the NFT section in general. I'm really liking that update.
It cleaned up the top.
And there's
list
also
for sure.
titanxinfo.com. Sorry. I'm lagging quite a bit on my end right now.
So, any final thoughts before I close the UI down?
No, what is the site people are looking for on Friday? Where are you going to put all the like the sort of final launch information? Where's the safest place for people to find that? Do you want to give the address away yet, or what's the story there?
Yeah, so it'll be flare.win when it comes out fully, but everything on Titan X Hub is current at this point. And if you go into the Telegram for Flare, I'll also be releasing all the contracts there and on our Twitter. I'm sure Accelerate's going to put some stuff out there, and so it'll be posted.
I suppose the thing for this is that there's no what about the claim window? You participate in day one minting, obviously 2 p.m. on Saturday. Everybody gets their tokens at the same time, or is it time stamped your participation?
Yeah,
That's
so
an
Mint
important one.
is Mint is right away. So I wanted full free minting because kind of fair launch, you get your coins then, but during the auctions, it is a 24-hour period. So people game auctions more than they game minting. So you punish people to come in last second, they're going to get a last second withdrawal. But minting, you come in last second, you had that 1-to-1 ratio, you have all the same privileges as everybody else does, even if you get in last minute or first minute.
It was fucking awesome. See the last 5 minutes of the 8 weeks minting for Inferno. It was so much fun. That last 10, 5, 10 minutes. I think week one, because like week one, some crazy motherfucker came in and banged in something like 50 billion Titan X, 55 billion Titan X in like the last 3 minutes before the end. We were so sitting and cheering and fucking whooping, like, what? Oh, it was so much fun because even it was back then, participating in something with 50 billion Titan X was a big deal. At the goal for like you're talking about, bringing in a trillion Titan X over the 11 weeks. Obviously, it's a hell of a lot more scarce these days. But even back then, and we're going back to like maybe last July, something like that. We were hoping to just get to a trillion in the 8 weeks of minting. So yeah, somebody coming in week one with and that was one of the quietest weeks. I remember Jake saying at the time there was some that were making a mistake because
Yeah.
the first week would always be your best. And that was not that turned out not to be right at all. Just got fucking better and better and better the whole way through.
I think I was on that stream.
But yeah, see the like that. I love that with the minting. Whenever you come in last minute, you get your coin straight away. There's a lot of hype with that and a lot of fun with it. So, yeah, more exciting things to watch out for this weekend.
Yeah, I'm excited. Yeah, we're gonna do a stream. I haven't finalized who's gonna be on it or whatever, but it's definitely gonna be me, Cryptographics. We're probably gonna have some other people on it. I'm gonna stream it as well as him. So if he wants to dip out and I have more people on as time goes on, I might do a kind of a longer stream on Friday. So we'll see how it goes. Really excited and just happy that people can click around and mess around and do some different things with it.
Are you going to stream? Are you going to stream live when it's launching, or are you going to come on after it launches?
Uh, if I can do it during, I think that'd be cool, but I might want to, you know, do it after or something. I don't know how much they need me. So,
What are you thinking there, dude?
I mean, I'm very hands-on with my project, so there's no way in hell I could be on a stream while launching.
That's kind of what I'm thinking as well. So that's kind of, I need guidance.
Yeah. But I've learned that like you can launch contracts ahead of time and basically have a start button. So like everything's set up, it's linked to the website properly. And then all you have to do is just push a transaction through that just says start. That's been my favorite way to launch a protocol. So I learned a lot from Helios. We launched like 2 hours late, primarily because gas was ridiculous, but things happen, so from what I learned from that is you launch ahead of time and have a start button baked into the project so that you run into way less issues. So,
Yeah, everything will be deployed well in advance, smooth. You not have too much to do at the time.
yeah.
I always just, I always felt a bit nervous about being all live on stream when you launch, just in case there's something you actually need to do.
Yeah.
You're sitting there going, "Yes, we've launched. Oh fuck, I gotta go here. We've got a
Well,
launch
that's why
issue."
you get like 3 or 4 people on the stream, so you can dip in and out and still have people there to, to keep the stream running. That's
Yeah, I remember
the way to go.
whenever, whenever Dave launched Awesome X, he done like a fucking, I don't even know, like a 4 hour launch stream, and he was live on stream at the time, and me and Bad Sports were, and we did actually run into like a launch glitch at during it, and it was we were fucking stressing out in the background, going fucking hell, hurry up and get this. I think it was something to do with like maybe like you say with like gas. Or had not put enough gas had spiked during the launch when we were forming the liquidity pool, and we had to get 8 cent from another one wallet to another wallet, and this transaction got stuck in MetaMask and all this kind of shit going on. And Dave's on stream just chatting away like nothing's happening.
Well, I wish you have the smoothest launch. Smooth.
It
that
fucking has to
sounds
be.
that sounds really great.
Yeah.
That sounds really great.
Yeah.
Yeah, Utah said he can hold it down if I need a dip. So cool. Yeah. Utah, appreciate that.
Yeah, it's funny thinking back to the amount that we've all done and accomplished. I can remember you chatting on one of the weekly spaces, dude, before Helios launched, and I think we were all expecting it to launch. I think you come on the space and we're like, "Yeah, we're not ready to launch yet. We're gonna have to postpone for a week." I was going, "Fucking hell, this dude doesn't know what the fuck he's doing." Because we were all very new and very green back then. We didn't have reputations. We didn't have we hadn't seen what people had done before. At that time, probably I didn't even know you were just a voice on the weekly spaces. I don't even think I'd seen you on streams, but it just goes to show how much and how far you especially have come on the Titan X journey so far.
Thank you. I feel it. Yeah, HLX had front end issues. Like the smart contracts were great, fully audited, very confident with them, but the website was glitchy, and so it was like I can't have people get a bad user experience. Like no loss of funds, but if you're not able to do it in a smooth fashion, then that's why I was like, that was such a hard decision to push it back. I feel like that's like the worst thing you can do in crypto. And now I've learned deadlines are, you'd be hard pressed to find me talking about a deadline or a launch date anymore, unless I'm 100% ready. So I've learned a lot. Yeah.
So, any plans beforehand or after the launch? Smooth? Anything planned in the run up? Just a few streams. What's the sort of plan for the rest of the week? And do you have any party plans once it's launched, or just be like a?
Yes. So Wednesday I'll be streaming with Jukes. Thursday I'll be streaming with Column. Friday got cryptographics and Utah and maybe somebody else and whatnot. So the thing is, right, the run up, awesome, right? Definitely need to stream and definitely need to talk about it. But this is 11 weeks of minting, so it's the job isn't done at all, before the launch happens. So I got a lot of time, and it's going to be really nice to have updates on how much burnt, how much is in the auction balance, what the numbers are going through. So I think the content's going to write itself for Flare after it launches. So I'm really excited, and I think there'll be a sigh of relief, but overall, definitely got to keep talking about it and keep growing the ecosystem.
Yeah, you'll get. I mean, the fact that it is the weekly mint cycles. There's constantly in those 11 weeks there'll be constantly things chopping and changing. Obviously, some of the auction things kind of launch, and it's just the same thing day in day out. there'll be a lot of chopping and changing with this protocol, and hopefully a lot of different things going on in the market. Other launches on base. Hopefully, some prices starting to go in the right direction. So hopefully, we see a lot. You get a lot of easy content to make because, like you say, the rate itself, there'll be a lot of things changing daily and weekly in this protocol. Hopefully.
Yeah, absolutely. And, in the future, going omni-chain and what that looks like for Flare, it's just there's just so much stuff that's going to happen. I'm just too bullish, and it's going to be awesome to see the road of 11 weeks of minting and therefore after, right? I'm in the camp of, crypto's here to stay, just like I think we all are. And I have a 20, 25, 30-year view plan of what I'm going to do. So everything's going to benefit Flare or Titanx in one way or another. And I'm just pumped to be here.
Woohoo!
LFG.
What about what have you got on the cards for the rest of this week, dude? Have you got any launches coming up soon?
I am launching, the 4 Omni-chain tokens very soon. Very
Is there
soon.
information? Is there actually? I've heard you talking about them. Is there actual information on exactly what's happening with that yet, or still the card's still close to the chest?
No, I mean, our white paper, if you go to HLX or E280, you can see the details on how it works. I mean, the gist is it's similar to Titanx to X28. There's going to be a burn allocation of the input, buy and burn on the output. Plus, we're adding liquidity additions to that too. So it's going to be a soft launch. There's lots of setup involved with an OFT token to launch on. You're launching on 2 chains. So we're just going to launch it and do some testing and make sure everything looks good before we release it to the wild. So once I say it's launched, I'm just going to say it's launched. Like there's no incentive to get in hour 1. Like this can be a stealth launch because it's forever mintable 1 for 1. Like there's no benefit of being the first person to do it, just like Titanx to X28. So
yeah, I mean, Jake just launched that in a fucking random day and a random hour. It's like, yeah, it's live. Away you go. And then there wasn't even like any crazy flurry of people going in like mad to start minting. But okay. So what's your take, dude, at the minute? You're actually obviously doing a lot. The Blaze team, the Inferno team, we've been a little bit quiet. I know Utah has been putting out a lot of content on Inferno X and our move over to base. But well, I haven't really started streaming about all that stuff yet. Just like I'm just kind of keeping quiet at the minute until we really have. I'm talking about launch dates. I'm just waiting for a little bit of hype to return to the market and start releasing and getting excited about some of these things. But the foundations are really, to me, are as solid as they've always been. What's your take on what the builders are doing at the minute, dude, and how everything's looking?
I've been heads down building myself. I have no idea really what the others are doing. I say that I'm part of the Titanx 6-pack. So there is a good sized collaboration going on right now that I am excited about. But yeah, I'm just doing my thing. I'm not really worrying about anything on the outside. I know Titanx will do its thing when it's ready, and the builders aren't going anywhere. I don't know what they're doing, but they're here. Like Steve, he's got his mystery Bitcoin genie. There's lots of stuff out there that's coming, and so I don't really concern myself with it. I'm just making sure that I'm positioned to always be in the forefront of that. That's why I'm going to base with these omni-chain tokens so that all the things that I've done on the OG side of Titanx can continue to remain relevant as we continue to shift and shape what Titanx is. Like we're in this whole new era of maybe we should change a little bit of what we're trying to do here. That's, like I said, we could have a whole stream on a debate on that, but But I know whatever's going on, like my stuff's gonna be there in your face. Like you can't look away from Uranus. It's gonna be there. So yeah.
And Smooth, obviously, this is going to be your first project that gets launched. Are you planning to see what happens, or are you kind of hoping that you can continue to build after this? I haven't seen really anybody come in, build one thing, except God. Come in, build one thing, and then stop building. Not holding you down to anything, but are you thinking that this will be the start for you?
Definitely the start. I am publicly in the Titan X 6-pack, so I definitely got something coming, and yeah, so definitely a lot more building, and I'm not going anywhere. Yeah,
Who is the 6-pack?
the 6-pack so far, the only public people are me, Dude, and James.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
yeah,
Awesome.
we'll let them. They'll reveal themselves at some point. But yeah, we're all very excited about it.
Just as well, I want to give a shout out. That TitanXinfo.com that one of you guys mentioned there, that was built by DeFi DJ, am I right?
yep.
Yes.
Yeah. So change is inevitable. Yeah, it's great work on that site. Lovely addition to the community. So yeah, thanks DeFi DJ for putting that together. Actually, we'll just share it.
Yeah, we almost need a website to collect all the websites.
Yeah. So Titan X for beginners. See all dApps. I actually haven't even had a look through this yet.
It's really clean. It's really nice.
Yeah.
Oh. Shit, it is nice, isn't it? Fuck, he's done a great job. DeFi DJ, did you build this yourself or did you get it built?
And I know his priority was a little bit more explanation. Titan X Hub is great for the pros, but sending a new person there, it's just a bunch of numbers on a screen and it's really overwhelming for them. So that was one thing that he was pointing out to try to have is like a little short summary of what the project is, what it does for new users.
Yeah,
So.
this is actually fucking beautiful. You're
Yeah.
right. I mean, I just forget that people the Titan X Hub, you're so used to just using it, and we've been here for so long that we kind of know a lot of the things that's going on. But yeah, I mean, I have sent a couple of people there in the last few months, and they're just like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Yeah.
It's definitely not a
It,
place to start.
yeah, it's definitely an amazing website, but it's turning into not it's for experts. And so like I could view this as like straight beginners, they go here, and then when they figure out what Titan X is, then they start using Titan X Hub and have all the extra features. And then when you become DGen status, you get the premium Titan X Hub and you got some stats in your face. That's your 3 levels of Titan X involvement right there.
But so, what do you prefer in your face, Uranus or stats?
Uranus is not premium yet. That's I'm gonna have to tell Mike we need a premium Uranus. Yeah.
No, here DeFi DJ, you've obviously done a great job on this site. So, yeah, anybody starts landing in the DMs to learn about Titan X, I'll certainly be shilling this website.
I've been putting that and Titan X Hub just together. Like in the comments of this video, I put those websites just to try to give, like point them there so that the users can see what the entire ecosystem has to offer.
Yeah, we still got all the links here as well. White papers, website, Telegram. What's this here? But
The straight to the stats page.
oh, straight to the stats page. Nice.
Yeah.
Not quite.
Well, that one you have to log in to see. So they're not
Oh
a very
yeah,
good
gotta be
example.
careful. I don't want. I've fucking done this before on streams or clicked into sites and my fucking wallet's linked to it, and people have seen my balances. Uh, you watch that one. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, DeFi DJing, great job. Well done.
Yep.
All right, guys. Anything else you want to have a chat about? Anything else you want to cover?
I think we covered Flare a lot. So, yeah, I mean, everybody just 2 p.m. UTC on Friday starts Flare, and it doesn't, minting and the daily auctions are going to be the start. After that, 11 weeks is only daily auctions, but everything that starts on the ETH side is all of the supply, no matter what chain you're going to be on. So, if you want to have a bag of Flare, just know that everything starts on ETH and goes to omni chain everywhere. So,
All right, quick question. Then, what's your opinion on why would anybody want to mint day one rather than waiting for the auction day two?
just to know the ratio. I mean, you have no idea what you're going to get from an auction, right? There might be a ton of participation, low participation, but regardless, the ratio, you know exactly what you're going to get. And I love auctions, but sometimes I either get evened out or I make a little bit or I don't make as much, right? Like it's very unpredictable. So that's why I like having the mint every Friday. You just know exactly what you're going to get.
Yeah, I mean, people that wanted it, people that like the DCA and like over maybe the people that the strategy be DCA and over the distribution period over those 11 weeks, the mint days. The mint days are kind of nice that you would be coming in each time knowing exactly what the amount you're getting for the Titan X you're putting in. Bit less of a gamble as maybe the auction. Maybe the gamble's not the right word for it, but you know what you're going, you know the amount you're going to get. Um, and you could be lucky to see. We've seen a lot of the mint, especially when I look back at my Awesome X hat on here, some of the mint weeks for Awesome X, the ROI was fucking insane. You do find this quite a lot in Titan X where sometimes people, if something's not getting a lot of attention, it's kind of where you can make the most money, the most quick money. There was like no shit. There was weeks that it was like 20-30% return on the Awesome X. You could literally mint it, and by the next week, sell it on like a Thursday or Friday, and mint 30% more the following week. So definitely worth keeping your eye on what's going on here.
Yeah. So there's going to be a lot of games like that. And if you think about it, every single auction, 48% is going to buy the next day. The buy and burn is constantly going to be buying and burning. The taxes are going to be constantly adding to the auction pool, burning the token. And our bots overall, the LPs. I mean, this is like gearing up every Friday to hopefully be a solid midday. That's my goal and envision it. But if you want to play around the auctions, we got that too.
Yeah, I mean in my opinion, it will definitely be important that you're doing that stream every Saturday and every Saturday in the sort of the final hour and the run up to just even people that are maybe not paying attention, they go on the X to have a flick through as you do fucking 10 times a day, and they see your live that's coming up to the end of the auction, especially if there's a little bit of a positive ROI, people could come in and come running in. But it's definitely important, in my opinion, that you're doing that stream every Saturday as the mint phase is running on those 11 weeks.
It's a good idea. Absolutely great idea. Yeah, and I have no problem doing it by myself, but anybody's welcome to come on and just shoot the shit while we're talking about Flare and whatever.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes I'm quite selfish. Sometimes I do like to just do streams by myself and just chat shit. Just chat shit the whole time. But it's the support in that streamers chat's absolutely fantastic. You could literally fire up a stream, drop the link in there, and you're pretty much guaranteed that some other builder or community member that's in there, YouTuber, will come on and stream with you. So the support is definitely always there if you're looking for it.
Yeah, hats off to Mo. He's who started it, FYI.
So We're going to start wrapping up. I see Shrey. Shrey did mention this in the green room before. Shrey, what's the story with P Dye? Is P Dye dead or is it still alive? Can somebody just mint as much of it as they want? Uh, Mo got okay. Yeah, just crazy to see P Dye take such a massive hit over on Pulse Chain today. I did not see that one coming. Obviously, been a lot of fucking FUD about it. Been a lot of FUD around it. Haters, lovers of P Dye over on Pulse Chain. But yeah, to see I think there was pretty much a 1 hour minus 60% candle today. What's your take on that?
I think it's recovered, or is it just a falling knife? I haven't looked at the chart at all. But I definitely woke up to what the hell's going on.
Yeah,
it's not pretty. Yeah, it has the whole thing. Obviously, because the Tropa dumping as well, had a big effect on everything today. But I mean, it has pulled back. I mean, like we mentioned before. I mean, from the bottom of the wick, it's a 3x up from the bottom of the wick on PDA alone, to where it is now. So let's see.
Oh man, you gotta have balls to buy, a chart like that's free falling.
yeah.
And imagine to get rewarded with selling 2x like 10 minutes later. Oh my god. That's crypto.
Oh yeah, see, just mention this before we go as well. Mo has got an interesting video launching today. Mo's been fucking balls deep in the Tight Next drama, so I'm looking forward to seeing what I think he's put out a post today. Video drop later. He posted that 3 hours ago. Could be a load of bullshit, but Mo's dropping a video about something today. What is Ray saying? Zoom out, P die logarithmic. I'm up 5,000x for you. Yeah. Oh, well played. Well played.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, yeah, good job, Shrey, but not everybody bought the bottom. So, like, I don't know. It's funny when people go, yeah, this token 10,000x, and they're measuring from the perfect bottom to the perfect top, and it's like, how many people actually caught that? Like, yeah, the stat says that, but realistically, most of the community did not get that insane number. But some do, and congrats to them. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Any final thoughts before we wrap up, dude?
Let's fucking go. Flare coming Friday. And then soon after, we're going to flare Uranus, and it's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
Awesome. Smooth.
Yeah, just flare on Friday. I'm really excited about this. This has been a long time coming. I did not reinvent the wheel, but sure, I definitely put something together that no one else has. And, like the dude said, let's fuck around and find out.
Yeah, look, it's been great. It's been great working on with you getting this thing. It's just unfortunate that we had to keep stalling. Obviously, the changes you made in the protocol were 100% the right thing to do at the time. But just obviously, the sort of the more recent delays were more due to the state of the market. But yeah, it's been a pleasure working with you, and I'm really excited to get this thing out. Fridays will be exciting for the next 11 weeks, that's for sure. And yeah, hope everything goes well for you. And yeah, congratulations on getting to this point, and welcome to the fucking officially being a founder and builder or on Titan X.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, it's been a long time coming, and you can't dictate the market, but it feels good to finally put the flag in the ground and saying, "Hey, we're going from here."
Yeah, before we go, actually, I'm feeling pretty good about where we're at the minute. Again, I've said this many times in many streams that it feels like the bottom is in, but it kind of, again, it does feel like that at this minute in time for Titan X. We've seen other things dump harder than Titan X has lately. The community still feels pretty damn strong to me. Obviously, a little bit of differences of opinions, but the community's still fucking strong. There's still a lot. If it's this strong at the bottom here, I'm looking forward to seeing what happens here whenever we start do start to get some green candles again.
Yeah, I'm excited. We'll see it soon enough. We will.
Yeah, that's
We're
kind of.
fucking
I feel
ready,
the
that's for
same.
sure.
Yeah, I feel the same way, and that's why I think right now is perfect time to launch Flare. I really think this is a good turning point, and something feels a little different, in my opinion.
Mhm.
Dude, Uranus feels a bit different. All right, so yeah, Smooth. Good luck for the launch on Friday. I'm sure there'll be a few more streams to keep your eyes out for this week, folks that are watching. More information to come during the week, and yeah, good luck. Thanks everybody for tuning in, and we'll see you back on the weekly Blaze again next Tuesday. We'll definitely be covering what happened week 1 of Flare. So yeah, thanks everybody for tuning in, and get your Titan X or your Ethereum ready for the launch of Flare this Friday.
Let's go.
Once upon a time in the bustling world of cryptocurrency, Titan X was born from a vision of a decentralized future where innovation meets sustainability. As the community rallied together, they faced challenges that tested their resolve. Criticism about mining being unprofitable, chitter-chatter of forever downchart, fear, doubt, and uncertainty about the project being dead. Then came the Dragon, the Bull, Helios, and the Vaulted One, to name just a few of the defending protocols that put the bears to flight. Additionally, with groundbreaking features like Proof of Burn 2.0, Titan X transformed obstacles into opportunities. Today, as we celebrate our first anniversary, we reflect on our journey and invite you to join us. Together, we're not just building a platform, we're shaping the future of freedom. Let's ignite this revolution.